Let's talk about why Paldea Evolved makes no damn sense whatsoever when it comes to a few of its card prices. And then we're also going to do a comparison and see how it compares to the base set of Scarlet and Violet. So let's take a look. And as you can see, all the cards here have pretty much mellowed out. So much so that buying a booster box of this stuff, you're not really going to get your value out of it. You're better off spending that money on just buying singles. And I'm a person who likes to open packs. I'm a person who likes to open boxes. I'm a person who likes to open up everything and pull things out. But when the most expensive card in a set is like half of the box's actual worth, it kind of kills the drive. And I would have loved it. It would have been a little more understanding if there was multiple cards that were sitting at the same price as the highest end card. But no, it goes. If you look over here, it goes $50 and it drops to $30, $28, $20, and I think these boxes go for a little over $100. And here, okay, so here in the Philippines, these boxes go for about 9,000, little over 9,000, which is about somewhere around 160-ish dollars. $160-ish dollars, I can buy Miriam, I can buy Gardevoir, I can buy Miraidon, and I can buy Koraidon. And I believe that is somewhere, let's see, 20, 48, 58, 60, 78. I could buy all four of these. I could probably buy the I could buy all 8 of these. And that's how this set worked. That's how this set went, and it kind of just like, bleh. Now let's just move on. We're past Scarlet and Violet. It's a base set. Now let's look at Paldea Evolved, okay? Now Paldea Evolved is starting to mellow out a little bit on most of its cards, okay? Anything below the first two floors here of cards, beyond that, everything's mellowed out, you know. They find your position at $20 or less. You go to the other illustration rares. They kind of mellowed out, but there's a problem here, and it's a very confusing one. I feel like Iono is correcting herself on the pricing. She started off at 180. She dropped to 100, jumped back up to about almost 160, and then kind of evened out about 140, 130, 140-ish. And as you can see over here, it is hitting like 120s a little bit. Before it was 140s, 130, high 130s, 140, and I see here it's dropping to like the low 130s to 120s now. It's slowly gonna drop down. It's doing what Miriam did, and it's slowly falling down and it's gonna find its medium. It might be $100. $100 might be where it sits at. Miriam started at 250 and then just hit the ground. It just nosedive, and it hit all the way down to, I believe, around the 50s. It went down to 1/5 of its value. It took a hit. Iono, I mean, I guess it has a cute factor. She's supposed to be a VTuber or something. I see a little camera right here and stuff like that. Maybe that, I'm not sure if that's waifu, because that's pretty young, I think. I could be wrong. But, you know, it has a cute factor to it. So, hey, I guess that's why people like it. Now, let's go back to the other cards. Now, see, this is the big hitter. So we expect it to have some value. The cards that are just completely confusing, one is beginning to correct itself, was Tyranitar. Tyranitar started off a little bit around $20. It was how much. And it's a decent Pokemon. It has a very beautiful card. I love how big he looks. He looks ginormous, and he's just towering above everything else. And it looks epic as hell. Love the art. It started out about $20, and it kind of started doing the dip, like, you know how other cards do. They start doing this dip. They start dropping down, but then it just took off. Don't know why. It took off, almost hit $50. Did it hit $50? No, it hit very close to $50. And then it tapered off, and then it kind of leveled off again. So now we're sitting at about $30 to $32 for this card. See, the reason why this is so odd is because it took off. This isn't anything. This card isn't anything special. I thought maybe because Route was a good ability. That's the only thing I could think of as a TCG value. But then I realized Tyranitar is a stage 2. You're gonna have a bit of a hard time getting him out to really benefit from this. But maybe it could still work. I don't know. My TCG playing is all the way back in Sword and Shield. I'm a Metal VMAX lover. Anyways, Tyranitar leveled out. But the issue is these are illustration rares. They're nothing special. They're not full arts. They're not special illustration rares. Nothing like that. Nothing. They're not. They don't have that special art like if you look over here. Yeah, you have Chien Pao over here. You have Dendra over here. You have these two Histin over. Then this one. These are all special illustration arts. These are all special illustration arts. Special illustration art. And but we're sitting up here with some of the most expensive cards just being regular illustration arts. Let's go back to another one that's actually climbing right now. Raichu, and believe me, it's a beautiful card. I love it. It looks adorable, and Raichu has that nostalgia factor. It did the same thing as Tyranitar. It was doing good. It bottomed out here a little bit, and then just shot for the freaking moon. And right now, I think it's leveling out. It hit about $30. I want to say this is about a $30 card. If you look at the sales history on this, it looked like low 30s, upper 20s, and it kind of hit right here. It's overall it doesn't really look like it's moved much at all. It looks like it's staying right where it is currently right now. About let's just say between 25 to 35. It's a safe estimate. See, this card it was weird. It just took off, and I don't know why. Some of these cards are just really weird. Beautiful card, like I said, but the one big culprit, the one I'm going to tell you guys to watch out for, like, just be careful. This one. Magikarp. Don't know what's going on with Magikarp. Don't know why it's hitting this hard. Other than the fact that maybe it's influenced greatly by the Japanese counterpart of that card. But you'd have to look into that yourself. I don't really collect that much Japanese cards, if any at all, except for maybe alt arts and stuff like that, because I'm an alt art collector. That's just, yeah, I love alt arts. As you can see here, it started out like the Tyranitars and other ones, around the 20s or so. It started dipping here, and then it took off. It just took off, and it didn't shoot for it was shooting for the moon, and it ended up somewhere on Mars. That's what happened with this card. It took off, it just didn't stop. This card is still climbing. Based on here, in the 14th to the 17th, it's still not, the other cards are calming down a little bit. This one is still going. It was having a little bit of a dip here and right back up. I do not know when this card's gonna stop. It could be tomorrow, it could be a few days from now. It could be going up for a while, but the thing is, I'm going to tell you, this is not sustainable. Me personally, this is not a sustainable price for this card. Multiple reasons. One, Magikarp is just an illustration rare. Very easy to get. I pulled multiple of these already. I've watched other YouTubers who are opening these up, pulled multiple Magikarps. It's not a hard card to get. So, there's not that much scarcity in it. Number 2, there's no TCG value. Unless you want to splash around and flip 2 coins and do an expert splash or whatever the heck it's going to do, there's no TCG value for it. Is it a beautiful art? Yes. It gives me a Giratina V alt art feel to it. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Probably one of the best illustration rares in terms of the art design there is, but $80. I mean, the other reason why I don't see why this is sustainable is because these cards they never come in good condition. I've had factory lines, I had white dots on them, I had so much issues with these illustration rares, so I don't understand how this could be. But that's my rant for today. Long story short, be careful with a lot of these cards. Don't start buying them now thinking they're going to go to the moon. They've already hit the moon. They've already went beyond the moon. They're going to come back down now. And if you guys start buying this out at like 80 plus whatever, it's going to hurt you guys in the long run. That's what I believe.
it's gonna crash down. This card's gonna come down, maybe to 50, maybe somewhere between $30 to $50. But this card there's just no reason for it to be this pricey, this high. It's absolutely crazy. Anyways, that's my little rant about seeing Paldea Evolved and seeing these crazy cards. Anyways, you guys take care. I'm out. Peace.